All right, back again with another vinyl finds. Got a couple of things here from over the weekend I wanted to kind of show. So the first one is one we've been sort of looking for a while. It's Devendra Banhart. This is What Will We Be? This is from 2009. Really cool artwork on it. You know, it's kind of Sam is a huge fan. They kind of refer to this as the psychedelic folk and freak folk, I guess. That was a real. I'm sure everybody's kind of scratching their head at this. It's just I know I don't usually show anything less than 30 years old, but this is really, really good stuff. So excited to find that finally. And then kind of getting right back into where everything has been. Here's the Moody Blues, To Our Children's Children's Children. This is from 1969. Really, every time I find this, it's not in really good condition. This was a really, really cheap copy. And it's the inner sleeve is just totally intact, pristine. It's not ripped or anything like that. So I'm kind of excited to listen to this because I don't really have. I mean, I have the early Moody Blues stuff. I have like their first 4 albums, I think, or something like that. But this is kind of getting into their. I think this is their 5th album. Just kind of getting into that later era, and later area of kind of the prog kind of moments, I guess. But just I'm excited to listen to this. Like Gypsy is just a fantastic song in here. I love it. It's pretty much my only thing I know about that album, though. Here's one from Wynton, I believe is how you pronounce that. This is called Leave Them a Flower. I've also seen this online listed as Leave Them a Flower -1. Apparently, he was in the Vipers skiffle group, so he was pretty big part in creating music as we know it. But this is sort of like a country folk kind of album, and just some of the musicians on the back here. You got sorry about that. Let's see if we can. Let me see if I can get that so you can read it there. But John Mark, Alan Davies, Danny Thompson. So kind of a little bit of train spotting there, Derek. I know you always talk about that, but that's sort of what jumped out at me to get this. Of course, John Mark and Danny Thompson, I believe around the exact same time, they were both on the John Mayall Turning Point album. So that can kind of give you an idea on what that sort of sounds like. So I know Danny Thompson he was on a couple of John Mayall albums, I believe, on bass, but maybe he wasn't on that album. Don't quote me on that. I will check that later. So I was excited to find this. It's a promo copy. It's on a white label. This is on sort of it's on Flying Dutchman Amsterdam, which I believe was a subsidiary of kind of Atco, I believe. So that's from 71? I'm sorry, I'm all over the place in this. Yeah, 71. This one is sort of a local kind of thing, but some people may know about this. This is introducing the Jaggers. This one is on Gamble Records. This is actually their first album. Their second album, which is We Went to Different Schools Together, was from 1970 on the Kama Sutra label, and that one has the rapper, which everybody kind of knows them from that. I guess they kind of as a one-hit wonder. They're a local group. They're in Pittsburgh. And I don't know how famous Donnie Iris is outside of Pittsburgh. He gets played on the radio quite a bit here, but he was in this band. So very cool stuff. I love that stuff. So here's something I've been looking for records by this guy. So I'll throw this out to the vinyl community. If you have any records by John Hammond, let me know. This is I think from 70 or 71, just really good stuff. Mellow Down Easy, Moody Blues, just really cool stuff. I'm a big fan of this record. I've been playing the crap out of this. This is I think 70 or 71, something like that. This is on Columbia. But his earlier Vanguard albums have just been I have a best of that I've just been playing like crazy. So anybody have any John Hammond out there, any early stuff? I will be happy to trade you some records. And last but not least, this one, kind of plug this again. This is from the Ugly Things. This is the most recent one, the Fall and Winter 2001. Just a really nice spread about Paul Revere and the Raiders. And when I was reading this, I came across this one album, which it's one of those things where you've seen it before, and I was like, where have I seen this record? And so I went back and got it. This is the Friend Sound Joyride. It's sort of when Smitty, Drake, and Fang left the Paul Revere and the Raiders, they did one album called Brotherhood, and then they did another album called Brotherhood, or Brotherhood 2. But in between, they sort of did this, which is sort of a kind of a psychedelic, experimental album. A lot of it is kind of one take, they took a lot of influence from Frank Zappa, you can tell, and there's a really good story in The Ugly Things where they talk about they got to hear, I think, Uncle Meat, and they're like, oh, Frank Zappa just recorded this at the same studio that they were at. So this is a really cool. It's a reissue, but it was one of those things I didn't remember what store that I had seen it in. But it's just to a T as far as with they did an amazing job repressing this. I know there's a lot of these going in. It was only like $8, so it was almost like I thought it was the real deal at first, and I was like, you know what, never mind. But really awesome stuff. This is some great, period piece, 1969 psychedelic stuff. So it's really, really great stuff. So.